Hey, ¿qué tal? Mi nombre es Ayudarian, pero en otros mundos me conocen como ZOKEE-T. Hago directos en Twitch y tengo un podcast de videojuegos llamado El Mató a tu Juego Favorito Podcast. Si quieres seguirme en alguno de estos proyectos, te dejo toda la información en la descripción de este video. Let's go.
So what's the plan?
Time to take control of our world. When we feel out of place, disconnected, and divided,
there are always repercussions.
do we have what it takes
All right, I'm going in.
to be heroes?
What we're doing here could change things forever.
Tonight, we bring the world together.
You're with us now.
We celebrate who we are
This is humanity's chance to repent.
and what we are.
I'm with you every step of the way.
The future of gaming. Welcome to Gamescom, opening night live.
Ojo. Juan Manuel Forero, ¿cómo estás? Gracias por el follow. Bienvenido, acabamos de empezar.
I'm Jeff Keighley, and welcome to Gamescom Opening Night Live 2020. Now, this year, Gamescom is, of course, a little different than normal, and I hope all of you and your families
Se siente bien
are
raro,
safe and healthy
porque yo sé
at
que es
home.
un estudio
In 2020,
con un buen de
games
producción y
have
está
comforted
solo.
and connected us more than ever. And with the launch of PlayStation
Y él se
5
siente
and
raro,
Xbox
se le ve
Series
que
X
está
later this
incómodo.
year, games are only going to get better. Well,
Hola,
all
ZOKEE-T,
summer, I
saludos
was
de
hoping we
Colombia.
could get to this
Wow,
very
saludos,
moment,
saludos.
a big live showcase filled with more than 35 games
Ya andamos
to kick off
internacionales,
Gamescom
muy
2020.
temprano,
Tonight you'll get a
Bienvenido.
first look at Fall Guys Season 2
Fall Guys Season
and
2.
an extended gameplay demo of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart for PlayStation 5. Plus, we might have a couple surprises along the way too. But before we start, I want to acknowledge and thank all the game
Diablo, ¿cómo estás?
developers,
Bienvenido.
marketers, and publishers
Justo
who have
acaba de
worked
empezar,
under
güey.
challenging circumstances to keep us entertained. This show is nothing without them or my production team, and doing a show at this scale
Pónganse
safely
cómodos
is
porque
not
tenemos
easy,
38
especially when all
anuncios
of you
por
at home
delante
have some pretty
y 2
insane
horas de
expectations.
contenido.
I hope tonight reminds you why you love to play games. And with that, we're going to move on to our first game with a game that was just announced yesterday. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War.
También es muy
And joining
temprano
me
para mí,
is
¿eh?
Dan Von Drack from Raven to tell us about the game and give you an exclusive sneak peek. Dan, how you doing?
Good, Jeff. Thanks for having me here. This has been a dream project for us to work on. From nearly the beginning of development, we knew Black Ops Cold War was going to be a direct sequel to Black Ops 1, and we loved the idea of returning to the pillars built the Black Ops franchise: deniable operations, conspiracy grounded in history, and that shadowy world of paranoia. And we get to mix all those together, drop the player into the 1980s at the height of the Cold War, and it's really something that we know would feel relevant to today and also unique with Black Ops.
Well, you start playing with Black Ops, everyone wants to know characters.
Okay.
We saw it yesterday in the
¿Ya
reveal
anunciaron Fall Guys?
trailers,
No,
you know,
bro.
some familiar
Literal,
faces,
o sea, acaban de empezar hace 30
Woods,
segundos.
Mason, like, break it down. How does
Acaba de
this fit
entrar
into
acá
the Black
Jeff a
Ops canon?
dar la
It's a
bienvenida al
direct
evento
sequel, so are we
y
gonna see a
están
lot of
hablando
familiar
con
faces?
alguien sobre Call of Duty Black Ops, el nuevo Cold War.
Yeah, part of the fun in making this game was bringing
Hubo un
back
pre-show
iconic
hace
characters
20
like
minutos,
Woods and Hudson,
pero
Mason,
no,
and see
no
how all
pasó
those
nada, la verdad.
personalities
O
mixed
sea,
with some of the new characters.
trailers
the
de 3
campaign
juegos
takes
y
place
ya.
in 1981, and we love that we've been able to have so many connections to the original Black Ops and really be that direct sequel to the game.
Now, one thing that I'm really excited about this is you're pushing the storytelling in kind of a new direction with some branches and some options about how you play through the campaign. Can you maybe walk us through your thinking there?
Yeah, one of the driving forces from early in development was to say, let's take this Black Ops thrill ride and infuse it with some player choice and some player freedom. Anything we can do to give the player a little more ownership over their experience.
Okay.
So that
¿La
starts
campaña
with
tendrá algo
allowing
de
the player to create
decisiones
their
o
own
exploración?
character for the Cold War campaign. They can name them and pick a military background and really pretend they are that Black Ops soldier that they want to be. From there, we wanted to take some of our missions and infuse optional objectives, multiple paths, and some player choice moments inside some of those missions. And it was fun to find that balance between the hard-driving Call of Duty action and these more non-linear experiences inside some of the missions.
Si me mandan
So,
juegos,
with choice comes the player wanting to feel that
por supuesto
impact.
que lo
So
rifo.
some of those choices earlier in the game and some towards the end will actually shape the ending of the narrative of the campaign.
All right, so multiple endings to this game.
Yeah, absolutely. That was one of the big things for us. It's like we love that Black Ops has always been willing to take risks, and we all know they did some of this in Black Ops 2. And with our story and with these features, we loved paying homage to those early Black Ops games.
Diferentes finales para la campaña.
All right. Well, Dan, we are excited to see more of it. I know multiplayer reveal is coming in September, but since you got a switch there, maybe you could flip
sí, el 9 de septiembre van a mostrar
what are you going to see?
la campaña, no, el multiplayer.
This is really exciting because this will be the first time we've done this outside the walls of the development studio. This is a scene from earlier in the game, and it's a critical point that really shows the narrative of the world, shows this threat that our heroes are going to be battling. So let's take a look.
(1943). Detailed information from the Manhattan Project was stolen from Los Alamos by the Russian spy known as Perseus. 1968, the Vietnam War. Viet Cong soldiers, orchestrated by Perseus, attempted to steal an American-made nuclear bomb from a U.S. firebase. 5 days ago, while on a mission, we acquired intel that Perseus is in play again and planning an attack on the West. Perseus. The CIA's analysts consider him to be the single largest threat to the free world.
Mr. Hudson, we're all aware of Perseus. We're also aware he's more myth than fact. I mean, personally, I think he's nothing more than the Russian boogeyman.
General Haig, allow me to introduce the man best suited to respond to that. CIA clandestine special officer Russell Adler. He's one of the few people who even come close to capturing Perseus.
Mr. Adler, why should we take this Perseus threat seriously?
You don't have to, sir.
Black Ops, sí, Black Ops Cold War.
Then a lot of innocent people are gonna die.
Why do you say that?
Sir.
Every time Perseus has come into play, it's shifted the balance of the Cold War.
Según yo, sí se parece un buen... O sea, sí me gustaría que fuera. Cuando vi el tráiler creí que era Brad Pitt. Pero no sé, ¿sí es? O sea, sé que eso es parte de lo chido de Call of Duty, man. Que meten actores bien pasados.
Mr. President.
Sir.
Mr. President.
Mr. President, this is Jason Hudson and Russell Adler.
I know their names. Who do you think approved their last mission? Is the threat real?
Yes, sir, we believe it is.
Can you stop Perseus?
We can, sir. I've already submitted the requisition for my team.
Sir, their requests are highly irregular.
Sí se ve.
Most likely illegal if the press gets a hold.
What the hell are you talking about? Do you know who we are?
Every mission we go on is illegal.
Sergeant Woods, plausible deniability is the backbone of our work.
Al, we're talking about preventing an attack on the free men and women of the world. Give Mr. Adler whatever he wants. Gentlemen, you've been given an important task. Protecting our very way of life from a great...
Música épica.
There is no higher duty. There is no higher honor. And while few people will know of your struggles, rest assured, the entire free world will benefit. I know you won't fail us.
No, dame gameplay.
Tonight we have some new game announcements for you guys as well, including this one, a new next-gen narrative action-adventure game from Reflector Entertainment in Montreal. It's called Unknown 9. The game tells the story of Haruna.
Todo lo que hacen en Montreal está bien pasado siempre. No tengo idea qué es eso, pero sé que está chido.
Haruna struggles to understand her mysterious innate abilities to manipulate the unseen. Check out this first look.
A ver. World Premiere. Ok, este es uno de los juegos inéditos. Partele su madre. ¡Oh! ¿Cómo que se se va a otra dimensión o algo así. O tiene que ver con el tiempo. ¡Oh! Me estresa porque muchos de los anuncios van a ser así. ¿Oh? ¿Qué escondió? Es ella de grande, un pedazo. Ah, sí era ella de grande. Bayoneta con niños, wow. Ok.
All right, let's get
The
to
Ancient
gameplay.
Gods
One
Part
of this
1.
year's biggest games has been Doom Eternal. Tonight, we've got an exclusive first look at the campaign expansion called The Ancient Gods Part 1. Check this out.
Me encantan las partes buenas porque significa que va a haber más partes. What?
The player has arrived. Please proceed with control, but assertive aggression.
¿Qué es eso? ¡Oh! ¿Eso era nueva arma? Oh, eso está genial. No entendí un poco ese final.
2020 marks the 25th
Me encanta la carilla de Jeff, güey, cada que regresan así de...
BioWare. Tonight, Casey
Donde
Hudson and the
sonríe
team
medio
wanted to give everyone around the world a
Ay, güey.
little taste of what's next. Casey, over to you.
Hey Jeff, it's great to see you again. You know, 6 years ago,
Poco raro el audio, pero bueno.
at the 2014 Game Awards, accepting the Game of the Year for Dragon Age Inquisition. And since then, we've been imagining new ways to use next-generation technology to bring the world and characters of Dragon
Por
Age to
ese... ¿Quién?
We're still in early
Pues el
production.
papá, güey, de los
Thought it was
first-person
time to
shooters.
give you the very first look at how BioWare's passionate team of developers are crafting this very special game.
What is that? ¿Hace cuánto que no ves algo de BioWare?
I've been at BioWare for a really long time, so I've got to see it grow up and turn from a company of 35 people to a company of more than 300 people.
Ajá.
There's amazing people in the industry. There's amazing stories to be told with other people.
I love that character so much.
It's awesome. We're very experimental here at BioWare.
Sí.
So we're always coming up with new stuff.
Muchas de las cosas no les salen bien, pero experimentan los chicos. Dragon Age, ¿tú crees? Sí, ¿verdad?
The world of Dragon Age really
Oh.
has got it all. It's got frontier stories, it's got mystery, it's got hard-boiled detective stories. And of course, it's all wrapped up in kind of a fantasy setting.
You really feel like you're the hero in the Dragon Age world and you're saving people.
¿Nuevo Dragon Age?
Dragon Age to me is a wonderful world to play in.
I am really excited about the future of Dragon Age.
Gaming development.
An original world, original flora, original wildlife, original architecture. That makes it fun to explore and discover.
In the next Dragon Age, you get an opportunity to see new things, new places, and interact with people who lived and grew up in these spaces as well.
For the game we're working on now, we want to tell a story. What happens when you don't have power?
Oh!
What happens when the people in charge aren't willing to address the issues?
The things that you can expect in the next installment are going to be stories that focus on the people around you and the friends and family you make.
Okay.
Something that we'll be able to look forward to in Dragon Age is a really close relationship with game characters who really become real for you.
We want characters to either be loved or hated. One of the best examples of that is Solus. Half the community wants to kill him, half the people want to marry him, then another part want to do both.
They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
BioWare and EA
¿Cómo esto es tan épico?
runners and using motion magic technology, and that makes it way more realistic when you're looking at the characters and the way they walk and move and interact in the world.
Y no estamos viendo nada del juego, ¿sabes? Pero por el simple hecho de saber que lo están haciendo.
No, it's okay. That's the good kind of rumble.
Oh. Y las voces y el concept art, no, güey.
Nobody dies on my watch. For the wardens.
Choice is a big part of what Dragon Age is as a franchise. The decisions you make can affect change in the world.
Decision making can mean that a party member lives or a party member dies.
Oh.
It means owning your outcome and reactivity to the choices that you do make.
I just love the possibilities that Dragon Age offers us, and I'm excited to explore a lot more of them.
To me, that potential is what gets you up in the morning. It's a fantastic opportunity every time.
Oh, qué chido. Siento que va a ser algo machín como... ¡Oh, espérate! ¿Qué? Yo me iba a poner la playera Back to the Future hoy.
Great Scott! I think there's been a serious miscalculation.
What?
You're, what's his name? Back to the Future.
I'm Emmanuel Brown, doctor of physics, not of medicine, and certainly not that quack from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, we know who you are, but what are you doing here?
I did come back from the future to this precise moment on August 27th, 2020, because it's imperative we launch Surgeon Simulator 2 right now.
What exactly do you have to do with Surgeon Simulator?
During the mid-20th century,
No.
surgeons of mine from Menarshire University invented a state-of-the-art medical training facility, otherwise known as the Surgeon Simulator Training Program.
No me digas a mostrarme. ¿Qué está?
Digitize the experience. It's unbelievable. You can access the program through your computer and then be medically trained from the
Doc.
And it's available as of Great Scott, this very moment. Tonight, I want a world premiere, a few examples of some of the incredibly successful test subjects who have already completed.
Esto, no, ¿qué?
You're saying a world premiere will save our future?
Only time will tell. And speaking of time, I'm off to another world premiere, Avengers 26.
Dame algo.
Opening 2077. And with that, I leave the fate of the human race in your hands. Just make sure you play Surgeon Simulator 2. Now, doctor's orders.
Nee. Yo también, güey. ¿Qué es eso? No, ¿qué les pasa? Me agüitaron bien, machín. Güey, te lo juro, aquí tengo mis playeras de Back to the Future que estaba a punto de ponerme el día de hoy. Dije, ¿puedo ponerme algo de Back to the Future? Hubiera quedado genial con ese clip. Yo también creí que era algo de Back to the Future. O sea, sí es divertido, güey, no lo dudo. Y luego Avengers, dijo que algo de Avengers.
Doc Brown introducing Jacksepticeye.
No hagan eso, ¿por qué?
Night Live. All right, well, if you thought that crossover was kind of crazy, wait until you get a load of this next game announcement that I don't think anyone probably saw coming. Check this out.
A ver. Ya no sé qué esperarme del evento. Oh. Nos timaron. Fuimos timados. ¿Qué es esto? ¿Algo de zombies? ¿Se va a conectar a jugar qué, güey? Candy Crush, güey, una madre así. Train. What? Bridge Constructor, The Walking Dead. ¿Qué? Y va a salir en todas las canciones y Next Gen, ¿qué?
Tonight is just the start of Gamescom 2020. Over the next 3 days, there are more streams from IGN and Webedia with in-depth looks at games, a digital cosplay contest, and some special new shows just for Gamescom. Your portal for all things Gamescom this year is Gamescom Now, which you can check out at gamescom.global. Now, one game you'll hear more about later on IGN's post-show is this one, a return of 2 classic characters that I love. Check this out.
Ratchet and Clank, okay.
In a world gone strange.
What?
One elite force stands against the darkness.
¡Ah, no! ¿Cómo se llamaba? Sí. VR? I don't know. Sam and Max. Sí, sí lo saco. ¿Ves? O sea, anuncios de que está en creación esta cosa.
The return of Sam and Max. Yes. All right. And now it's time to say hello to my wonderful co-host for ONL from IGN. Please say hello to Sydney Goodman.
Thank you, Jeff. What's up, everyone? I'm Sydney Goodman, and I am thrilled to be
No tengo idea qué está pasando. Oye, IGN se está haciendo tan grande que tienen un chingo de exclusivas. Y ya están dentro de casi todo lo que tiene que ver con gaming. Es demasiado.
Huge congratulations. Like I said, IGN is going to be here for all of Gamescom with great shows such as Gamescom Studio, where you can find me and my co-hosts for all day long games content, interviews, dev talks, and more. Plus, we have Gamescom Awesome Indies, the show with and for indie developers. That premieres Saturday, August 29th at 7 p.m. Central European Time, so be sure to tune in for more announcements and special guests. And now, let's go back to Jeff for our next big world premiere.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sid. We are so excited.
Anuncio de que IGN está metido y van a tener un buen de eventos.
I'm going to be on the Daily Show tomorrow, so looking forward to that. All right, well, on to our next game. In the next World of Warcraft expansion, players will journey beyond the mortal world of Azeroth to a place where no living soul has set foot before. The Shadowlands, the afterlife of an entire Warcraft universe. The infinite realms of the Shadowlands are watched over by different factions, known as covenants, each holding dominion over a different aspect of the afterlife. And depending on how someone lived their mortal life, they may end up as part of one of these covenants when they cross over into the Shadowlands. Today, we're excited to give you a closer look at the noble and pure Kyrian Covenant from the realm of Bastion, who are charged with carrying the souls of the dead into the beyond. So sit back and get ready for the world premiere of Bastion, the first in Blizzard Entertainment's new 4-part series of animated shorts called Afterlives. Enjoy.
Shorts animated. Ok, a ver. Ah, ok, ya entendí. Wow. Wow.
Light, save my soul.
Uther.
Where am I?
Welcome to Bastion.
What?
You led a truly selfless life, and for that,
Lo salvaron.
you have been chosen.
Chosen?
To shed your mortal burdens and join the ranks of the Ascended, serving to ferry the souls of the dead unto the Shadowlands.
I serve the light, and my work is not done. There is an evil that must be...
There is no evil here. The darkness was sealed within the Maw long ago.
You're wrong. He destroyed my home, murdered my people and my king. He must be punished.
You are an aspirant now. You must accept your new purpose and purge yourself of this desire for vengeance.
Si no, no lo acepta.
What I desire is justice.
¡Oh! ¡Se va a hacer malo!
Devos, why are you training this soul? It is beneath your station as a...
No lo está aceptando.
He
Ajá.
cannot let go. He continues to demand retribution for his death.
And this concerns you? Many souls take eons to ascend.
Yes, but this one seems broken, Thenios. Unlike any soul I have seen, I have begun to wonder whether he was deemed worthy of Bastion. By mistake.
Be careful, Devos.
Wow.
I would not let the Archon hear such a thought. In time, he will forget. Trust our ways. Trust the path.
Devos, how long must we train?
Until you are ready to ascend.
And what is keeping me from ascension?
Nothing but the memory of your mortal life.
How can I forget when I can still feel his blade?
Your soul is wounded? Who did this to you?
He was my student. He betrayed us all.
Show me.
¡Oh!
The runes on his blade were unmistakable. This dark agent runs free on a mortal world with the power of the Maw itself in hand. Our realm is imperiled.
Impossible. The Maw is inescapable. You must return to the path.
If he had purged his life, we never would have known of this calamity. The path is flawed.
The order of the Shadowlands depends on the execution of our eternal charge. You will abandon this course.
As you command, my Archon.
Pero pues no fue su culpa. Sí, pues es lo que está diciendo, el camino es débil.
Sir, the time of your ascension has come.
I thought I was not ready.
Do you wish to see him punished?
Yes.
I do.
Then prepare yourself.
¡Oh! Le está dando los poderes.
The moment he falls, we will claim him.
I see. Only darkness before me.
Now, cast him into the maw. Return him to the darkness he served. His eternal suffering awaits.
He was
My student. ¿Lo va a perdonar?
Remember what he did and take your vengeance.
Pero él no quería venganza, quería justicia.
Justice.
¡Oh! Madres. Creo que vamos a regresar a World of Warcraft.
All right, hope you guys enjoyed that exclusive look at Bastion. Now, we know many of you can't wait to experience Shadowlands, and our friends at Blizzard want you to know the wait is almost over.
Almost. Casi.
What?
27 de octubre. Yo ni lo jugué, se me puso la piel chinita, güey. ¿Vamos a regresar o qué? Vamos a regresar. Ni me acuerdo cuánto cuesta mensual esta cosa. Nice.
October 27th.
Creo que sí, ya vamos a empezar a jugar World of
official. We have
Warcraft.
so much more opening night live still to go for you. Ratchet and Clank, PlayStation 5, much more. Stay tuned. All right, but now it's time for the announcement.
Ya
of
muéstrame
a
Fall
new universe
Guys.
that is coming to gaming for the first time with a project from a Canadian studio. Check this out.
Canadian Studio.
Have returned. They corrupted, divided, conquered, until finally.
¿Qué? ¿Otra vez está trabando? Bro.
The gates of Stone were thrown open, meaning eternal.
Güey, si era un juego épico, no manches. Hembre. No tengo idea de qué era, güey.
Back, I had some masked fun with.
¿Qué está pasando? Bajar la calidad, no, güey, no.
Crash,
o sea, no se le puede bajar tanto a un live, qué pedo.
What? He's where?
¿Qué está pasando? Trae cubrebocas, güey. Trae cubrebocas. No sé, sí, güey, yo estoy con que es algo entre mi internet y algún canal en específico.
Crash apparently didn't get the memo about Gamescom, but to tell us more about what we just saw, I'm joined by Lou Studdert from Toys for Bob. Lou, what did we see there with Crash in the Gamescom?
Pues en sus inicios, güey, cuando le tiraba Play, ¿quién era? Nintendo, ¿no?
But what he was hinting at was kind of our reveal of what we call flashback tapes, which are a brand new style of level that we are announcing here today.
Okay, so how do these flashback levels kind of play into the overall Crash 4 narrative?
Yeah, so the way that the flashback tape levels work is that they are kind of a peek back in time to the 90s when Neo Cortex was actually testing on Crash and Coco before the events of Crash Bandicoot 1. And they're kind of these devious puzzle rooms that we've made, and they're really hard and they're really awesome and they're super creative and we can't wait to
puzzle levels de Crash 1.
I got to play a demo of this a few weeks ago and that was a challenge, so I can't imagine how nefarious these are. How are they going to be sort of integrated into the game? Are they optional, like offshoot stuff, or how do you get to them?
Sure. So players actually have to collect the flashback tapes in the levels themselves. They're an object that they can pick up, and to actually pick them up, they have to reach them in the level without dying. It's kind of our homage to the death routes from the original trilogy. So players have to reach these objects in the level, pick them up, and then once they get them, they'll get access to these unique levels.
So beyond the pure challenge, what other fun? How are these fun for players to kind of experience?
Se ven muy difíciles.
Sure. So one of the things that we did was we actually used these as, like I said, puzzle rooms, really kind of fun, nefarious, devious ways for Crash to really express that pure platforming kind of aspect of gameplay that we know and love about the franchise. But then narratively for us, it was really cool to layer in kind of a unique perspective to the franchise. This is the moment when Cortex is really excited about the prospect of Crash being on his team, because Crash was originally created by Cortex, and so this is a weird point in time that's never really been explored in the games before.
Awesome.
Okay.
Right, well, Crash 4, it's about time. Looks phenomenal, Lou. We cannot wait to check it out in October. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Awesome. All right, well, we will be right back after this for more Gamescom Opening Night Live.
I have become terror.
What is that? Destiny?
The unseen predator. A rupture that obliterates without warning. Alone, the hordes of Enoch will fall before me. But together,
¿Qué es?
entire planet will fear us. The anomaly alters us, each in our own ways, yet we are drawn down the same road.
Dead Space, nah, ni de pedo.
Of creation.
¿Sí es Destiny? No, ¿verdad?
We will find the source, whatever it holds, whatever it takes.
Oye, esto se ve divertido. Outriders. Oh, es de People Can Fly, Square Enix. What? Red Bull. Ok. Hyperscape. Me encanta Hyperscape. Ya no lo hemos jugado, pero me encanta Hyperscape. Ya salió en consolas también. Nunca pudimos ganar una. Pero ya está en consolas y es cross-platform, creo. ¡Oh! ¡Supercampeones! ¿Sí se ve bien el video? Become a champion. Estuve viendo que no se ve tan chido. Pero a ver qué.
The Underhive's named well, a sprawl of humanity suffering away like ants, deep underground where we ain't causing trouble but are rich boys and girls, no matter how loud we are.
¿Qué es eso?
Until we ever make some noise. Every Orlok says they could shoot the tail off a lashworm and they'd splash your head from 20 paces for saying they couldn't. I don't want to say immortal, but when their armor, blood, skin and will are of iron, it's a potent combo. Why would someone like you want to know about an all-female gang of psychopaths, drug dealers, killers, cloners, and... Oh, makes sense. And Escher will cut you up just for the fun of it. Goliaths are big. That's it. Anything smaller than them doesn't deserve to live. And they're just as happy filling you with lead as they are smashing you to pieces with a power maul. Now, mixing that whole pot together in a place like this, you can imagine what happens. Chaos, gang warfare, for wealth, for power, hell, sometimes just for fun. So, think you're ready? Necromunda Underhive Wars comes to PlayStation 4, Xbox One and PC on September 8th.
O futuro dos jogos, além de realidades virtuais extremamente fidedignas e realistas, eu acho que também se encontra em formas mais expressivas e absurdas, quebrando cada vez mais esses paradigmas de formato de videogame que a gente tem e sendo usado mais do que nunca como uma ferramenta de expressão artística.
I envision the future gaming to be quite
¿Se dieron cuenta cómo todos le entendimos el portugués?
The next generation of console will clearly allow AAA and indie developers to build more creative-driven games that I hope will cover more diverse subjects.
I want to play all kinds of stories about people and places, both real and imagined. I want comedy games, I want autobiographical games. I really want to see what people can do with the media.
Pro futuro dos games, eu vejo uma evolução
gráfica,
mas eu vejo ainda mais evolução na inteligência artificial e na maneira com a qual a gente interage com os games, tudo em busca de experiências mais imersivas.
You know, one of the things I love about opening night is that we can show you the biggest games in the industry and also smaller titles that should be on your radar. So pay attention to this next game. It comes from a team of two in Sweden, Tuxedo Labs. Over the past 3 years, developer Dennis Gustafsson has built his own game engine to realize his vision for a fully destructible game world. What he's building has absolutely blown me away, so I asked Dennis to prepare a special trailer just for tonight.
Okay.
I hope you're equally inspired by the ideas in this next game. Definitely one to watch. Teardown.
Un nuevo juego de dos desarrolladores independientes que crearon su propio engine para hacer este juego. ¡Oh! Oh, sí, porque... ¿Pero es de puzzles entonces o qué? ¡Oh! Va a explotar, no me digas. ¡Oh! ¡Corre! Creí que iba a explotar todo. ¡Wow! Eso se ve interesante, ¿eh?
Last year at Opening Night Live, we announced Little Nightmares 2 to the world. Well, the
Se ve muy simple, pero esta transmisión tiene un buen de producción. Con el simple hecho de tener videomapping de 3D en tiempo real.
Little Nightmares 2, which is coming next February, with more to come throughout the week at Gamescom, including a live demo.
El título no está en la pantalla, o sea, está en 3D. Wow. Buena producción, ¿eh? Se les fue ahí el micro. Qué miedo esos juegos de áreas enormes y donde tú estás súper pequeñito, no manches. Ay, güey. Ay, güey, qué miedo. Me estresan mucho los juegos en los que te siguen, y más si son cosas así, obviamente. Se ve muy chido. I know.
WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler, and I'm reuniting with my old buddy Mauro Ranallo to bring you all the over-the-top action in WWE 2K Battleground. Mamma mia! This is great. This arcade-style video game is over-the-top outrageous, with over 70 WWE superstars and legends brawling it out like never before. Oh no!
No lo sé.
Look out below! WWE is LIT. You know, I'm a little more old school than Morrow.
¿Puedo jugar con el hijo del ninja? ¿Cómo se llamaba? En la WWE no me acuerdo.
It's a great evening for WWE action. Oh wow! Take that, Morrow. Man, it's so good to see the Bella Twins at their best. And now, let's keep this party rolling with another matchup. Oh, look out, Morrow. The Undertaker has risen, and Finn Balor is about to be taken for his last ride. Mamma mia, what a move! Finish him! Oh no! He just hit the snooze button. How do you lose like that? What's the matter with you legends. This is just an example of the pandemonium that you're going to experience when you head to the battlegrounds. Woo, that's a big toy hammer. Oh, I can't believe my eyes. Seth Rollins delivers the stomp. What a night. What a night. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
No lo sé, güey.
WWE 2K Battlegrounds today and brawl without limits.
O sea, igual y sí está divertido, pero...
Mamma mia! Oh, sorry, Moro, I know that's your line.
No lo sé.
Hello again. I have even more awards to announce, so let's
Sí, o sea, igual y sí está divertido.
The winner of Best Action Adventure Game is Watch Dogs Legion.
The city needs a resistance. And it starts with
Todavía ni sale.
What do you say?
Dejen que salgan todos los juegos y la gente lo juega y ahora sí empiezan a dar premios. Vamos a la mitad. Vamos a la mitad del evento, güey. Ya estoy cansado. Es mucho.
The winner of Best Multiplayer Game is Operation Tango.
Operation Tango. It takes two to save the world.
Yo también espero con ansias Star Wars Squadron. Se ve muy chido. Aparte de que dijeron que todo lo que ves ahí es tocable, o sea, es interactivo y tiene un funcionamiento. Está muy chido.
The winner of Best Indie Game is Curious Expedition 2.
Did not believe what I had witnessed. It was time for the world to learn my name.
Congratulations to all the winners. As I mentioned, IGN will be here for all of Gamescom with great shows and new ways for you to get all your gaming
Otra hora, güey.
Check it out.
Gamescom 2020 is the heart of gaming, and you can keep to the beat right here on IGN. We've turned the single biggest show in gaming into 5. Gamescom Now is your virtual show floor with up-to-the-second live coverage. Gamescom Daily Show, Gamescom's first ever late-night talk show. Our Gamescom Awesome Indie Show, the freshest deep cuts in indie gaming.
La verdad que está haciendo IGN y Gamescom como medio está muy chido. Sí he estado viendo algo de su contenido y es como wow. No tengo idea de todos la gente que tienen involucrada.
And now it is time to talk about that Best Action Game winner, Star Wars Squadrons. This is a new immersive space combat game from Motive Studios that delivers the ultimate Star Wars pilot fantasy. We've missed those. In Squadrons, you'll suit up and fly.
Deja tú la producción, güey. Tienen un buen de gente a nivel mundial. O sea, porque incluso tienen como que las secciones de Latinoamérica, Asia, Europa, Estados Unidos. O sea, la organización que tienen desde arriba para tener contenido de todos lados diario, no manches.
We all choose our path, light or dark, freedom or destruction. The Empire chose to
Perdón, ahí por el Hoffman está programado creo que media hora.
douse the fires of rebellion. But the heroic pilots of the Rebel Alliance have chosen to keep fighting, to show the Empire that we are not afraid. It was their bravery that ended Palpatine's reign and brought about our new republic.
Ya dejen morir Star Wars. A mí también me gustaría, güey, pero hay ciertas cosas, o sea, sí, pero hay ciertas cosas que me gustaría experimentar y creo que una de esas pocas es lo que está tratando de hacer este Star Wars Squadron.
But the galaxy is changing, and you can be a part of it. With the help of brave and daring pilots, this war can end. Make a choice. Fly with the new republic. Change our galaxy.
Así está bien épico ese intro.
Hi, I'm Suzanne Hunka, narrative producer on Star Wars Squadrons.
Okay.
Our single-player story is one of daring pilots and deep-seated rivalries.
Take Titan Squadron, hunt down this Starhawk, and eliminate it.
Gladly, Admiral Sloan.
Over the course of the story, you'll fly as 2 pilots on opposite sides of the war.
Ya sabíamos.
Like all modes in Star Wars Squadrons, you'll have the option to experience
Ay, es que en
every mission
VR.
fully immersed in VR.
Wedge Antilles, Rogue Squadron. I hear you're the reason I was able to finally get a comm through.
Today, we're giving you a glimpse of an early Imperial mission behind enemy lines.
One of our spies, Agent Thorne, has discovered vital intelligence on Project Starhawk. Your mission is to extract her from an orbital outpost above Hosnian Prime. Behind enemy lines, you'll have to eliminate perimeter defenses. The outpost is defenseless. When you've secured the area, you will escort the Gladius to the outpost, and our extraction team will acquire Agent Thorne. Once Thorne is secure, reach your Gozanti cruisers and return to the Overseer.
Pues fíjate que, o sea, a mí me gustaría toda la carnita de Star Wars entre las misiones. Por ejemplo, Rogue One para mí es una no sé si mi película favorita de Star Wars, pero Rogue One es de las más chidas que yo considero que tienen. Y ese tipo de historias externas a la historia principal, bueno, alternas a la historia principal, están geniales. Y sí me gustaría que ya dejen ese pedo, ¿no? O sea, lo que viene con la serie de Skywalker y que una serie de Han Solo y que precuela de Darth Vader y no sé qué, o sea, entiendo que ya van a dejar morir eso y vamos a tener en algunos años nueva saga de Star Wars, pero no sé, viejo.
The story of these rival squadrons will push the war to the brink and define the galaxy for years to come. I look forward to seeing you in combat October 2nd.
O sea, como quiera las vería, pero es como, neta, hay necesidad de una serie de Skywalker. Aunque, por ejemplo, güey, nadie estaba pidiendo una serie de Mandalorian y creo que también es de las series y del contenido más chido que hay de Star Wars. O sea, Mandalorian salió así de la nada y fue como, wow. Si hacen la misma calidad de Mandalorian con Skywalker, yo creo que sí le seguiría el paso. Pero ya, güey, somos muy fan de Star Wars, pero pues dale. ¡Woo! Galaxy Journey to Batuu en Sims 4. ¿Por qué todo tiene que estar en Sims? El otro día estaba viendo que en la tienda de Xbox hay un DLC de profesiones. O sea, para que te dediques a lo que quieres ser en Sims. Porque voy a jugar un juego donde quiero seguir trabajando. Wow, qué chido, güey. Preséntalo para hablar con él. Oh. Wow, es neta. Me sorprende mucho la comunidad de Sims, güey, la verdad. O sea, porque no es gente casual para nada. Alguien que sigue jugando Sims al día de hoy no es algo de... déjame me pongo a jugar este nuevo juego. No, güey. Llevan jugando Sims años.
We've got Fall Guys Season 2 still to come, the reveal of that,
Ya,
which I can't wait for you guys to see. And of
Todo
course,
esto en Sims.
a gameplay demo of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart for PlayStation 5. But right now, you might remember this next game from Annapurna Interactive from last year's Microsoft E3 event. And today, I'm excited to share a new announcement from the team. This interactive thriller about a man stuck in a time loop is one of this year's most intriguing indie titles, and now they've added an absolutely all-star cast to the game. Here's a whole new look at 12 minutes.
All right, close your eyes. I want you to think of a flower. Look
Ah, sí es cierto, sí lo vimos. Que todo pasa como al mismo tiempo, o sea, como que se repite. Sí es cierto, no me acordaba de ese. Dijo que se anunció como un juego indie en el E3 pasado con Xbox. Pero está bien loco porque, si no mal recuerdo, en el tráiler ese mismo güey mataba a la morra de alguna manera. Willem Dafoe, wow. Creí que iban a mostrar más. Sí, es como un time loop. Que según todo el juego pasa como en 12 minutos. Mira, Godfall. A mí que me gusta mucho Godfall.
A new looter shooter coming to PlayStation 5 and PC from Counterplay.
Sí,
Tonight
sí,
we've
sí.
got a quick sneak peek of one of the new Valor plates with more footage coming as part of Gamescom 2020. Check this out.
Oh. What? ¿Eso es todo?
We have much more O&L to come. Exclusive looks at Lego Star Wars.
Si iban a mostrar eso, ¿para qué mostraban algo,
Fall
güey?
Guys Season 2.
Ya cállate y
Wait
dámelo.
until you see what the Mediatonic guys are up to, and so much more. But first, I'm sure you saw that earlier this week, Heart of Deimos, Warframe's newest expansion, was released on PC, Xbox, and PS4. And today, it's also on Switch, all platforms. Here's a look at the Heart of Deimos.
Expand. Explore. Tear the veil asunder.
Yo creo que no. Yo creo que no me tatuaría algo de Fall Guys. ¿Qué es esto? Warframe.
But that was what it wanted too.
Sí, ¿verdad?
It raged unchecked through metal, bone, flesh. Life. We are infested with it.
What? Visitors?
Now, the gateway is failing. The jaws close. The final heartbeat approaches.
Fíjate que muchas veces he intentado jugar Warframe, pero no se me pega. Creo que porque he intentado jugarlo solo. Se ve muy divertido con gente.
There is one who will hear the heart of Deimos.
So many people have been discovering or rediscovering video games during lockdown, whether it be older people or bored teenagers or middle-aged parents.
¿Qué frijolito te tatuarías en Fall Guys,
To
Martín?
do something together with their kids. And I think I've given out more advice about video games in 2020 than any other time ever. And
Yo
as a
también.
result, it's more important than ever that we keep making different interesting things for folk to play.
A pandemia pela qual a gente está passando tem sido um período difícil a todos. Então, nesse momento, eu acho que a gente precisa lembrar de mostrar mais empatia, demonstrar mais amor, mais carinho e saber que a gente vai sair dessa.
El del Slurpee. Oh, yo me tatuaría un Slurpee.
Isso tudo vai
Pero no sé
passar.
I hope everybody
si
gets
Fall Guys es
healthy
Slurpee.
and safely
Slurpee.
through this coronavirus time. Care about other people and wear your masks.
Jogos são, na minha opinião pessoal, a forma de arte mais incrível de se expressar. Eles englobam tudo: música, arte, escrita, e você tem a chance de controlar e vivenciar essas experiências você mesmo. É mágico, é maravilhoso. Jogos são puro amor.
What is that? Wow, parecen Medabots. Oh, tienen sartén, güey. Si tienen sartén ya es de los mejores juegos que existen. What is that? Otro para el Royal Melee. Es el 2, no sabía de la existencia del 1. Se ve chido. Sí, güey. Sí, siempre quedan ese tipo de canciones. Y que la letra no tiene nada que ver con el juego.
Hour 2, we've got an hour more of great stuff to show you. Destiny 2 Beyond Light Stasis, you're going to see a brand new look at that. Fall Guys Season 2 and Ratchet & Clank for
¿Sabes que en los últimos 15 minutos ya dijo eso 4 veces?
The next hour, Opening Night Live continues, and it just is the start of Gamescom 2020. But right now, on September 25th, Mafia Definitive Edition launches, a comprehensive, built-from-the-ground-up remake of the original Mafia. Tonight, we've got the exclusive debut of the next trailer, called A Life of Reward Too Big to Ignore, which deals with Tommy's induction into the Salieri crime family. Check this out.
No sé si queríamos tantos anuncios, güey. Ya son las 2 de la tarde.
All these guys.
Todavía le queda una hora de esto.
They're here because they have the only thing that matters to me. The only thing that should matter to any of us. You know what that is, Tommy?
Media hora, güey, de Fall Guys.
That's right.
2K presents a Hangar 13 production.
Doing an honest day's work in a city that's been trying to scrape you off its heels since the day you stepped off the boat. And then next you're stuffing your pockets full of Salieri's dirty money.
Go get him, Tommy!
Teach these boys a lesson. Break every bone in their bodies.
Ya le preguntamos a la chava que trabajó en Sims y dijo que no estuvo en eso. What? ¿Pero hace cuánto? Oh my god. Güey, qué chido. Me encantaría entrevistarla para el podcast un día.
Don Salieri, you won't ever need to worry about me.
Okay then.
Wow, qué cool. Bienvenida a la familia. Woo!
Next, we're going to introduce you to a turn-based multiplayer strategy FPS from a team in Montreal, Canada. Lemnis is coming in early 2021 and has a unique mechanic built around a 25-second time loop. Check this out.
What is that? What? Eso está muy enfermo, güey. O sea, son como turnos de 25 segundos. Y lo que hiciste los 25 segundos antes se repiten. Entonces, disparas en un lugar los 25 segundos y mataste a un güey. El siguiente turno, ese güey, en donde tú disparaste, lanza un escudo y no lo matas. Y después este güey se mueve para volverte a disparar otra. ¡Wow! Qué mecánica tan interesante, pero no sé qué tan competitivo pueda lograrse. Otra vez Star Wars, güey.
Star Wars, the Skywalker saga. The entire series has been reimagined with new fun-filled Lego humor, and now we've got your first look at the game.
Yo sé que los Legos están bien chidos. Y sé que van a estar muy divertidos todos los juegos, güey. Ajá, exacto, o sea, son las 9 películas, güey. En Lego. Mira, güey, o sea, está muy bonito. Oh, era Qui-Gon. Nadie se puede enojar con Lego, güey.
There is another.
Whoa!
I'm from the Resistance. Your sister Leia sent me. We need your help.
Okay. Ah, la batalla.
The Force will be with you always.
A long time ago. General Kenobi. En una galaxia muy, muy lejana.
Not him, the Falcon.
La saga completa. ¡Oh! La pelea con Darth Maul. Como nunca antes.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
So be it, Jedi.
No manches. Ah, sí está bonita. Yo ando jugando el episodio 7. Madre. Estuvo chido.
Man, Lego Star Wars looks so fun coming to next gen as well.
9 juegos de Lego.
Back with more world premieres from huge new games like Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart,
Fall Guys.
Medal of Honor, Above and Beyond,
Oh.
and Destiny 2. But before that, here's a look at a game that is launching tonight on Nintendo Switch and Steam. It's called Struggling from Frontier, a fun physics-based platformer where up to 2 players control Troy, our fleshy hero. Check this out, and remember, you can play this tonight.
What? ¿Ese es de los mismos de Super Meat Boy? Frontier no. Porque se ve igual de asqueroso que los juegos anteriores a Super Meat Boy de los desarrolladores de Super Meat Boy. Que eran todos fálicos y asquerosos. ¿Qué es eso, Martín? Eso no es family friendly. Oh. Assassin's Creed. Oh, piratas. Más piratas. Robert. Age of Empires. O sea, también está chido, pero yo quiero más cosas de piratas, güey. Oh, wow. Wow. Dos nuevas civilizaciones. Los incas. The Swedish. A Ruga sí le encanta Age of Empires. Cross-platform multiplayer. Oh, ese de chido, Wow. Nice.
Where are we?
We're near Little Hope.
Did you hear that? What more proof is needed that the devil walks among us in Little Hope?
What is that? Sí, yo también, o sea, la verdad es que sí me gustaría, pero sí hay muchos juegos que me dan miedo, güey. E incluso aunque los juegue en stream y no esté solito con ustedes, físicamente sí estoy solo. Y no sé, güey, necesitaría estar jugando en stream con alguien para poder jugar ese tipo de juegos. Fall Guys creo que será el último. Yo también creo, güey. Y se me hace muy raro, güey, que ese juego... O sea, no se me hace raro, ¿no? Porque es marketing. Pero se me hace raro que con un juego tan nuevo vayan a cerrar un evento tan grande.
At the moment I enjoy to play Fall Guys with my friends. It's very funny, easy to learn, but hard to master.
I have a few games that I binge play, games that I return to.
Está bien chido eso sí ya.
Halo, the entire Master Chief Collection is really a big one for me where that's concerned. But I also still just casually binge Animal Crossing, and I've been doing that basically all year.
I haven't put down Animal Crossing since I downloaded it. I find the daily repetitive rhythms.
Tiene una cocinita. ¿Esa cocinita es verdadera?
Much like my house, my island is still a complete tip.
Porque parecía como de juguete.
We have the award for Best Microsoft Xbox Game. And the winner is Tell Me Why.
Ya salió. Lo vamos a jugar en stream, Quiero jugarlo en stream.
Gamescom events and announcements, you'll be happy to know that IGN is going to help you digest all that info with Gamescom Daily
Bueno,
Show.
todavía no sale.
Get all the daily highlights and a late night show experience
Ay,
from
por dentro
gamers
sueño.
for gamers.
Todavía no sale, pero para usuarios Game Pass ya está disponible el capítulo 1.
Thank you very much, Sid.
Tell Me
by the way,
Why.
Congratulations to Don't Nod for Tell Me Why, a really important game that is out now that you can play on Xbox and Game Pass. And as we know, there's a lot going on in the world, and that goes beyond the pandemic. Between social conflicts we're seeing in the news and acts of nature, we can see how vulnerable we as people can sometimes be. And now I think it's as important time as ever to remember to come together and support one another. We are a global gaming community. There are millions of people watching tonight, and I know we're all here.
Aquí ya vemos 10.
Games, and we know that games are good in the world and can bring us together. And I think we've all felt that in 2020. So I think that's really important to remember amongst all the games and trailers. All right, well, one way as a community we can come together to do some good is the Gamescom Forest. Gamescom has launched a reforestation project by planting a Gamescom forest together with the community. Gamers worldwide can go to gamescom.global and donate to plant more trees. So let's plant a forest together. All right, well, now we're going to move on to another game, and this one was announced back in May. Chorus is a dark space combat shooter where players take control of Nara on a quest to destroy the dark cult that created her, featuring rich, ray-traced 4K 60 FPS environments on next-gen hardware. Here is the first look at gameplay from Chorus.
Come on.
You have broken my heart.
¿Se desfasó el audio?
For your betrayal, you will be broken.
¿Los demás sí lo ven y escuchan bien? No, pero Agri dice la voz. O sea, cuando Jeff estaba hablando, dice que lo escuchó desfasado. O sea, esperemos ahorita que regrese a hablar, güey, a ver si se desfasó el audio. Ok. Corpse Rises One. Stadia, es neta que siguen saliendo cosas por Stadia.
Defined the summer of 2020, it absolutely is Fall Guys from Mediatonic in London and Devolver. This game is setting records and putting a much-needed smile on everyone's face. Fall Guys, I think, represents our industry at its absolute best. Well, soon the Fall Guys experience will evolve with Season 2. There's a lot of new stuff coming, and tonight Mediatonic is about to give you an exclusive sneak peek at what's next. Get ready. I think the internet is about to freak out. Here it is. Fall Guys Season 2.
Dame personajes con barba, por favor. Dame skins que tengan barba. Solamente quiero eso. Ese güey se ve menor que yo y es diseñador.
Today, we just wanted to give everyone their first sneak peek at the rounds and the costumes that they can be enjoying as part of Fall Guys Season 2.
Season 2, Season 2. ¡Oh! ¿Viste los skins? ¡Hay un skin de vikingo! Maguitos.
In Season 2, you'll be dressing your Fall Guy as a medieval hero and competing across brand new rounds inspired by epic quests from the Middle Ages. Traverse giant drawbridges, dodge swinging axes, and scale movable siege ramps in the quest for ultimate game show glory.
Oh. Nos volvemos medievales. ¡Oh! ¡No! Pongan el vikingo, güey. ¡Ahí está, güey! Ese lo voy a comprar. Qué chido dragoncito, güey.
We hope you've enjoyed the sneak peek of Fall Guys Season 2. We're still adding the finishing touches to development, but if you want to stay up to date, then @FallGuysGame on Twitter is where you want to be.
No, dame más, güey, dame más. Mira ese con barba. ¡Ay, ya! Es el único skin que voy a usar. Es el único skin que voy a usar. No, güey, no, es en serio que eso fue todo.
And he's afraid to close his fist. I am not.
También yo quiero jugarlo. No, yo creo... No, güey, yo creo que va a haber algo más de Fall Guys. Tiene que, güey, no creo que se... No creo tanto tiempo para ese sneak peek, güey. Yo creo que debe de haber un tráiler formal. Tal vez no, tal vez eso es todo lo que vamos a ver. Pero yo estoy bastante contento, ¿eh? No está rompiendo internet, pero yo estoy bastante contento. Pues con que sea medieval, la verdad. Yo quería un personaje de un skin con barba. Y tenemos ahí unos enanos, dwarves, vikingos medievales con barbas enormes, entonces Ay, güey, qué culeros que te pongan después de Fall Guys. Porque luego creo que todos los streamers de todo el mundo está igual que yo, hablando de lo que acabamos de ver de Fall Guys y no de Wasteland 3. Pero bueno.
I really haven't found any new appreciation for gaming at this time, because my appreciation for gaming before couldn't be higher.
Com certeza, jogos multiplayer preenchem completamente a conexão social que eu preciso ter com outras pessoas nesses tempos de isolamento, e é o mais próximo que a gente pode ter de experiências reais com pessoas que estão longe da gente.
You get to travel all over the world in games, which is something I've always taken for granted. And
then
I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima, and you know, I kind of prefer it to the real Japan just because I've heard that in real life they don't let you run around with katanas.
I appreciate games a lot more than films, music, or whatever, and it's just fine for me to have the time to play with friends or even with my family, to have a lot of fun.
I've been mostly at home with small children, and gaming is the only thing that I get to do for myself anymore. I find it's not only an escape, it's also a way to challenge my brain.
Gaming is becoming clearly more important for a lot of people.
Ahorita seguimos hablando de Fall Guys.
Natural instinct, and from Animal Crossing to The Last of Us Part 2 or Ori, yes, it's definitely an incredible time now to be a gamer, yes.
Hey everyone, I'm Vince Sampella, head of Respawn Entertainment. When we set out to create Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, we knew we wanted to bring the series back to its roots. The Medal of Honor franchise is known for its powerful and exciting single-player stories that put the player in the boots of a soldier who was there. It's a series that is grounded in history, which tells emotionally authentic stories. Peter Hirschman, who directed the original Medal of Honor in 1999, is back at the helm of this project. You'll hear more from him in just a bit. Peter and I actually worked together on Medal of Honor Allied Assault in 2002. And I'm really happy he's joined us at Respawn to craft a completely new experience in VR. The team is creating a riveting and emotional journey through World War II like you've never seen or played. It weaves in the personal stories of the veterans and survivors of the war through powerful interviews that help set the stage for what players will experience. It's more than just a game. And we could not be more excited to show the world the next look at Medal of Honor Above and Beyond and the game's action-packed story. Let's take a look.
A ver. The following contains for natural.
I know this is the first time some of you will see combat. I know you're scared. Let me be clear with all of you.
Oh.
I'm scared too.
What? Oculus from Facebook está trabajando en esto. O sea que va a estar full VR o al menos compatible. Ah, es VR. Qué raro.
Members of the Resistance are perhaps the bravest people fighting in this war. But you really should stop.
Oh.
There is no future in it.
Sorry to interrupt, Lieutenant.
Whoa.
Be a wild ride, but we'll get you there.
Jet fighters, brace yourselves.
Like I said.
Oh. Ah, cabrón, eso en verdad pasó, güey. Tipo, o sea, si había gente disparando en esquís. Si había soldados con esa habilidad.
Somehow this motley crew has been tasked with saving civilization. God help us all.
Wow. Cool. No me hypea, pero se ve potente.
Thank you so much, Vince. That looks incredible. And now we're here with Respawn Entertainment's Peter Hirschman, game director on Medal of Honor Above and Beyond, to talk more about their new VR experience. Peter, I gotta say, the trailer really grabbed me. Such an incredible story that you're telling to. Tell us a bit about this single-player experience. What can we expect?
Well, Jeff, thank you for having us on the show. I'm representing a whole team back at Respawn that's been working really hard on this, and it's so exciting to premiere the trailer with you. Medal of Honor, going back to its roots, was always about putting the player in the boots of a soldier fighting in World War II. And with VR, we're able to do that in almost a literal way. It's definitely the most immersive combat experience I've ever been able to work on. And the story follows you as a player being recruited
Sí, normalmente siempre les pasa eso a los
the
VRs.
Office of Strategic Services, commonly known as the OSS. And their mission was sabotage, espionage, search and rescue, everything in between. You name it, they did it. And they're known by a different set of initials now, the CIA. But during World War II, they sent operatives all over Europe, deep behind enemy lines. And that allows us to tell a story where you get to go to these places and locations and participate in events that really helped shape the outcome.
Lleva como 2 semanas viviendo de mi cuerpo en mi cuarto.
You can tell there's a lot of interactivity in the environment.
No le puedo matar.
You got the piano and other things.
Lleva varios streams poniendo gorro.
How you're using that to tell the story. It seems like it's all kind of through a first-person perspective, but there are some story sequences. How do you tell the story?
Oh, well, we shot over 120 pages of narrative, which is more than some feature films. We had a huge international cast of phenomenal actors, and it was fantastic. And the story follows a classic three-act structure. Act 1 is working with the French resistance, getting ready for the invasion. Act 2 is D-Day itself and the fight to get to Berlin. And then the third act is dealing with the Nazi secret weapon program, which involved things like the 262 jet and the V2 rocket and things that could have really turned the tide of the war if we hadn't stopped them. So you get to go on this journey, this story. And the story is shot all from your perspective. Because it's VR, your head is the camera. We don't have cutscenes. We don't have edits. Everything revolves around your perspective. So you experience this story completely in first person as if you are there. So it creates a much more intimate and emotional connection with the characters and the things going on around you. It was an incredible way to shoot. One of our animators stood in for the player throughout the 3 weeks that we were on stage. And all the actors
Alguien más aparte de mí le está incomodando que tiene una pantalla, monitor curvo y tiene la herramienta de Windows de buscador ahí abajo.
Well, you and Vince, I know this.
Yo normalmente la tengo que se oculte y más si fuera a usar una pantalla de fondo de pantalla.
There's so much there to experience. It looks really rich and detailed, obviously authentic as well. Paying tribute to everyone that was involved in the war. I wanted to ask you also about multiplayer, which is something that Respawn is really known for, and you've had a great single player experience. But I hear you might also be doing MP too.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, the thing about VR is that, I've spent we've known each other a long time.
No puedo dejar de ver esa barra de búsqueda.
So much of your career trying to map natural human movements to a controller and just figuring out things like making feel good. And one of the hardest ones is leaning. And in VR, you know how you duck? You just duck. And how you lean in VR, you just lean. And so the ability to lean around a corner, just kind of peek around the corner and see where the bad guy is just it heightens the tension so much. It makes it feel all the more real.
Amo mucho Respawn entrar también, pero la neta ya me aburrió esta presentación.
It just raises it to a whole nother
Lo
level.
siento.
So we are shipping, in addition to the campaign, we are shipping
Es muy temprano,
a full suite of VR modes, including a few that you can only do in VR, and we're really excited about people.
Es muy temprano y son muchos anuncios.
After it comes out.
Ya estamos por llegar al final. Yo creo que faltan como 3 o 4.
Experience, I gotta say, I'm really excited to put the headset on and try this, and it's coming out later this year, right?
Coming out holiday, so
¿Van a cerrar con Destiny entonces?
We are so excited to bring it to players. We've been working on it a long time. Like you mentioned, it's a passion project for Vince and I and everyone at Respawn. It's a wonderful full circle experience for a lot of us that got our start.
No puedo dejar de ver la maldita barra de inicio Windows de búsqueda. Si lo voy a usar de fondo de screen, ¿por qué no lo ocultó, güey? Soy de esos vatos que cuando ven películas en la laptop le incomoda que esté el cursor, aunque tenga barras negras y el cursor esté en la barra negra. A mí me incomoda, güey.
The world was broken. Fractured by the magic the Vow Keepers said they would protect us from. Spellstorms still rage across the ruins of the Hollowlands. This is proof.
Windows es de Microsoft, güey.
It isn't safe. It can't be controlled.
¿Qué es esto? ¿Destiny? No.
But I am a battle mage. I have broken my vow. And now I fight to break free.
Parecen gráficas. ¿Qué onda, Alan? Bienvenido. Ya estamos por terminar el evento, güey. Pero igual vamos a estar cotorreando ahorita. Se ve interesante, ¿eh? Parece que también es otro Melee Battle Royale competitivo. La música está chida, ¿eh? La música está muy chida. Gameplay. Oh. Hasta parece anime esto. Spellbreak. Nice. Sí me hypeó por un poquito. La música ayudó bastante, la verdad. Pero el gameplay se ve divertido. Ajá, parece como Smite. Sí le voy a dar una oportunidad. Ok. Sea of Thieves. Oye, tengo un buen de ganas de jugar Flight Simulator para ver si sale mi casa, porque yo vivo muy cerca del aeropuerto de Monterrey. Y no dudo que salga. Pues si quieres ahorita lo hablamos, men. Ya está por terminar el evento, yo creo. Creo que faltan pocos trailers y ahorita comentamos un poquillo acabándolo. ¿Y a poco me dan Discord Nitro con Game Pass? ¿Para canjearlo? No sabía. Pero decía 3 meses, ¿no? 3 meses de Discord Nitro, creo. Y pronto. Project X Cloud. La verdad sí lo es. Fuera de pedo, la verdad sí es el mejor servicio.
So many great games in Xbox Game Pass, and many of tonight's games are in it as well. Every year at Gamescom, we like to highlight some incredible games made in Germany. And tonight, we have a special announcement about one of the most legendary German games of all time, created by Factor 5. Enjoy.
Legendary German Games. ¿Cuál?
最初タリカンの音楽を聴いた時に曲が素晴らしいだけじゃなくてアミガのサウンドそのものも素晴らしいと思いましたね。日本じゃ本当に聴いたことがなかった音楽でした。
Factor 5 was so far ahead of the curve, and each of their games pushed game technology as far as possible.
Ustedes saben cómo me encantan estos
One of
juegos.
the greatest indie developers of all time.
サウンドはすごいわ、グラフィックは綺麗だわ、ゲームプレイも滑らかで満足いくものだわで、本当にすごかった。今回タリカンのコレクションが出るってことをとても嬉しく思っているし、これはまた当時みたいにみんなに見せて歩きたいなと思っています。
This was the first game that allowed me to completely fulfill my musical vision. It defined my career, and the fans have been there ever since. To this day, it's one of my proudest works.
¡La música! ¿What? Ay, fue todo lo que anunciaron.
In June,
Ahí está
Bungie
Destiny.
revealed a new era of Destiny 2 that
Ahí está
starts
tu
on
Destiny.
November 10th with Beyond Light. For the first time ever, Guardians will add a new elemental power to their arsenal, the dark power of Stasis. With Stasis, players will take on the powers of darkness to control and dominate the battle.
Mi
Here's
cartera.
an all-new look at Stasis from Destiny 2, Beyond Light.
A ver.
The floodgates are open. The darkness is here. As you step away from the light, we need only look inward.
¿Qué onda con esa entrada neón?
Focus your power. Let it grow. Our fight is far from over.
Oh.
Let them come.
Whoa.
One after
Whoa. Oh. Eso se ve chido. ¿Estás satisfecho, Tati? ¿Martín? Dije Tatín, güey, porque vi Titanes, güey. Yo apenas estoy jugando el primario.
Cyberpunk 2077. Congratulations.
Es una mazmorra neón.
There are even more awards than the ones I announced tonight. So
Garmi, ¿qué onda? Bueno, está más rato los Titanes. Ahorita platicamos de eso.
The winners will be revealed at Gamescom Best of Show, along with cool cosplay.
¿Qué les pareció a ustedes que sí le dan machina a Destiny?
Sunday, August 30th at
Yo estoy esperando que empiecen a regalar las cosas para Xbox. Creo que en Game Pass lo iban a estar regalando completo. Ya está por terminar esto.
Thank you very much, Sydney. It's great to have you on the show again this year. All right, well, a lot of people have been wondering, what will the next generation of gaming feel like? How will it be different?
Okay.
What is that generational difference?
Suena interesante.
Well, back in June, we saw the announcement of Ratchet & Clank Rift
El
Apart
demo de
from
Play 5.
Insomniac Games, a title which uses the power of PlayStation 5, the SSD hard drive, and the DualSense controller to create an experience that Insomniac says is only possible on brand new hardware. Well, now it's time for you to decide if you see the difference. Here's an extended, uninterrupted demo of live PlayStation 5 gameplay of Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Enjoy.
Si es lo que creo que es, tienen que mostrar features de lo que te da el control. Vi que habían patentado un tipo de sensibilidad que inicia sesión con tu perfil automáticamente al tocar el control. Eso está muy loco. Ok, estamos viendo game footage grabado de Play 5 sin ningún tipo de edición y corte. Eso es completamente el juego, ok.
Oh dear. Let's show them how it's done. Alright, bringing out the big guns. Feels good to be back in action. Last one. The train's pulling away. Let's go.
No sé, güey. Sí, eso es lo que te voy a decir yo también. Siento la cámara un poco lenta o como muy pesada. Y en cuanto a físicas y eso, no sé, no noto una diferencia machín, aunque se ve muy genial. O sea, básicamente Ratchet fue el que la regó, güey.
Was that supposed to happen? Hitting Nefarious' device seems to have destabilized reality. The bridge is shot. There has to be another way across. The rifts appeared to react to your device. Try pointing it at one of them. That was rather exciting. Games before trade.
O sea, todo el desmadre que está pasando fue porque Ratchet le disparó el arma de este güey.
This is worse than I had imagined.
Everyone look! It's Ratchet and Clank!
Sand sharks from above.
Ok. Pues sí, o sea, se vería chido. Pero el hecho es que necesitaban usar un juego original de PlayStation 5. Y aunque a mí me hubiera gustado que el nuevo Horizon fuera Day One, todavía no lo tienen tan trabajado como para estarlo mostrando como Ratchet & Clank.
Or at least a very large octopus.
What?
I will never get used to that. Hey, at least we're on the same planet this time. Nefarious is on the other side of that building. Let's get moving before he does anything else to break reality. Did Dr. Nefarious really resurface after all these just to try and take over the universe again?
Perdón que esté tan callados, que estoy analizando qué tan... O sea, qué tipo de frames puedo llegar a notar. Y los cambios y eso. Pero fuera de cómo se ve, quiero saber cómo se juega. O sea, quiero ver un video de alguien jugando en el nuevo control de Play 5. No tal cual gameplay. De algo que ya hemos visto como 3 veces. De Ratchet & Clank ya hemos visto mucho. No un gameplay tan largo como este, pero ya habíamos visto mucho. Y están hablando mucho del nuevo DualSense. O sea, del control de Play 5. Entonces quiero ver qué noto de diferencia. Ya cómo se supone que se usa el control de Play 5.
Away from Nefarious.
What? Wow, eso se vio genial. What? ¿Se está llevando un dragón al futuro? Dejó un dragón en el futuro, güey. Wow, piratas. Está haciendo un desmadre. Están peleando con un kraken o algo así. No. Ah, se separaron. ¿Van a hacer 2 campañas entonces?
Ratchet. We are too late. Ratchet?
Who?
What? Y creo que eso ya terminó el evento.
There you have it, Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart, and now I am joined by Marcus Smith and Mike Daly from Insomniac Games. Guys, it was so great to see that long, uninterrupted demo of Rift Apart, and I have so many questions. It's amazing to see what you're doing with the power of PS5.
Yo ya la verdad es que fuera de todos los juegos nuevos ya solamente quiero saber del hardware. Ya solamente quiero saber cosas mecánicas del Play 5 y del Xbox One.
First and foremost, it's just pure horsepower, enables us to fill our worlds with the kind of density and life that we've never been able to do before. More importantly, perhaps, though, is the dimensional shifting that we have going on, which uses the SSD that allows us to fling the player from planet to planet to planet lightning fast.
Se ve bien, pero no se ve nada nuevo, güey.
Yeah, the Rift tether, we saw that in the demo. We had seen some of that in the trailer. So that's all actual gameplay. Mike, I'm curious, like how does that work as you kind of play through the game? Are there certain
Es que todo también, o sea, todo lo anterior que ya se había mostrado desde que anunciaron el trailer ya era gameplay.
In the game, there is dimensional damage spread throughout the galaxy that Ratchet and Clank have to find a way to fix. And you can find these weak points in space-time that you can pull to you with your Rift tether. It's like being able to lasso a portal. And that enables you to basically like warp across the world to find new places to discover or gain a tactical advantage in combat.
Wow, yeah, I got to say, like when you see that and you imagine the jumping from multiple worlds at instantaneously almost, and it sounds like there's no load screens throughout the entire game.
That's right. We're going seamless.
That's right. Yep.
Wow, all right.
Wow, ok,
So
eso sí
both of you
es
say,
muy...
now, let me ask you about DualSense.
No existen pantallas de carga de nivel en ninguna parte del juego. Todo es seguido, todo es fluido. Eso sí me sorprende un poco.
That to sort of impact the gameplay of Rift Apart?
So at the heart of every Ratchet and Clank game is a powerful arsenal of weapons that just exude a ton of personality. And the DualSense is sort of like, it feels like it was made for Ratchet and Clank just because the haptics give us a whole new layer for the weapons to express themselves. So for example, your burst pistol, of course it gives you like a satisfying click or kick with every bullet. But when you throw the shatter bomb, you can actually feel the energy pulsing off the grenade fade away as it gets further apart from you. Basically, the haptics are expressive enough that
Muéstrame eso, güey, porque no me mostraste
what
esto.
you're holding. But of course, the adaptive trigger like takes that to a functional level where, in addition to the trigger pull feeling unique, we can actually use that as a super intuitive way to add alternate functions to the weapons. So, for example, in the demo, we've got the Enforcer, which is a double-barreled shotgun. You can pull the trigger part of the way down until you hit resistance to fire a single barrel. And then whenever you feel like it's the right time, pull it the rest of the way for a double shot. So you might be swarmed by a bunch of little enemies. You only want to waste one shot on them. And then wait a minute for even more to swarm in before finishing them off. But a big guy, you probably want to just give both barrels to right away. So there's a nice intuitive way of basically raising the skill ceiling and giving you more ways to play better.
Wow, no, I'm excited to see how you guys are going to roll that out across what I'm sure are an insane, group of weapons as always.
Eso se oye interesante. Suena casi como un Pro Controller o algo así.
Tie into the movie
O un
plot
Elite.
line, the game plot line, like how it would tell us in the Ratchet verse where this sits.
Yeah. Well, canonically, this is an extension of Ratchet & Clank Into the Nexus, the 2013 game. But it's a standalone adventure. So it's one that, even if you've never played a Ratchet & Clank game, you can get into it and you'll understand it and you'll enjoy it. For hardcore fans, we have a lot of nods. You're gonna see a lot of returning characters and planets and see them all through a whole new light of multiple dimensionality.
Yeah, no, this Rift Tether thing I think looks really exciting. And how often, like, is that something we saw in the demo? Is that something you're going to see like frequently in the game? Are there special moments? Like, I guess I'm curious, like, how often you use that technique for gameplay.
So the Rift Tether has created these anomalies all throughout the galaxy. You'll encounter those pretty often. There's even a few more types of dimensional damage.
Ahí tiene un control de Play 5 atrás, ¿eh? ¿Ya vieron la orillita?
Pulled between worlds. That's localized to chasing after Dr. Nefarious in the demo. And that's sort of reserved for special moments when you really have to, when the dimensional damage really tears one.
Muéstrame eso que estás diciendo, güey. Dice que se siente como se dispara el rayo y sientes que el rayo sale de tu mano y cambia la sensibilidad y el gatillo tiene una resistencia cuando usas tal arma y tal. Pues muéstrame eso, güey.
I mean, the world is more interesting with mysteries, and we're going to have to keep this one a little longer.
Do we get a number of letters in her name or anything?
Too many smart people on the internet. They'll figure it out right away.
She's not named Abby, though, right? All right, well, we'll have to wait and see what you guys have in store for us. I got to say, I mean, it looks incredible. The Ratchet games are always so much fun. And as you said, when you think of the power of SSD and the DualSense all coming together, it looks really exciting. Before we go, though, I think everyone around the world wants to know when we're going to get to play this.
La verdad no me causa problema.
Where you're at in development right now?
Mike?
So Ratchet & Clank is coming out in the PS5 launch window. So we haven't announced a specific release date yet, so stay tuned for that.
What kind of window? Is it big window? So no, just kidding. All right, that's all we're gonna get, I'm sure. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart coming in the launch.
Nadie quiere dar fechas, güey.
Insomniac. We're so excited what you guys are doing across.
Van a anunciar un mes antes.
The game looks incredible. So thank you so
Ya
much
sabemos
for
que Xbox va a salir en
all you've
noviembre.
done, and we look
Pero
forward
todavía no
to seeing
sabemos
more
qué día.
of Rift Apart soon.
Thanks, Jeff. Take care.
All right, Marcus and Mike from Insomniac, thanks for showing us that first look at Ratchet & Clank or PlayStation 5. And that's going to do it for Opening Night Live. Thank you so much for watching from around the world, and make sure to stay tuned all weekend for more live Gamescom coverage at gamescom.global. As for us, we'll see you later this year for the Game Awards 2020. Our team is hard at work to build
también vamos a ver el
very
Game Awards,
special live show for you coming in December. We'll see you then. Good night.
Ay, lo hicimos, chicos. 2 horas y media. ¿Qué les pareció? Yo tengo hambre. Pues eso fue todo. Ahí va la cosa. Fíjate que estuvo bien. O sea, siento que hicieron más de lo necesario para la producción en general del evento. Porque estos clips de pregúntale a influencers y a gamers, y está bien los anuncios de Red Bull porque patrocina y todo eso, o sea, está bien. Pero siento que, te digo, eso de ¿qué tan importante es el gaming para ti? ¿Y qué has hecho en esta cuarentena? Y bla, bla. Eso solamente fue tiempo, o sea, no aportó nada. Pero también en cuanto a producción entiendo que tal vez necesitaban esos cortes. No sé si este estaba en vivo, desconozco si estaba completamente en vivo. Probablemente pues estaba grabado, pero no creo. Según yo estaba completamente en vivo. Por la producción que tienen de el video mapping en 3D y eso. Yo quiero creer que estaba en vivo, no sé. También Jeff y toda la producción de Gamescom y de Game Awards siempre tienen una producción muy chida. Por ejemplo, en el Game Award del año pasado, no sé si se acuerdan que cuando presentaron el evento de Apex, el evento de Mirage Voyage, que era este evento navideño donde Mirage era el personaje principal de la fiesta de Apex, hubo un tráiler donde salió Mirage a saludar y estaba muy sincronizado que estaba hablando con Jeff. Y resulta que la producción de ese video, más bien de ese clip, haz de cuenta que tenemos un clip de Mirage hablando con Jeff y después hay un tráiler del Mirage Voyage. Ese clip de Mirage estaba en verdad el actor en ese momento en un estudio con todo el traje acá de reconocimiento físico, hablando y actuando como Mirage en tiempo real que hablaba con Jeff. Ese pedo fue render en tiempo real de calidad de videojuegos, güey. Y eso solamente para un clip de como 30 segundos que a todos nos voló la cabeza porque se veía tan sincronizado que Jeff estaba hablando con Mirage y era porque en verdad lo estaba haciendo. O sea, todos creyeron que era un video y no. Mostraron detrás de cámaras y era un render en tiempo real de Mirage hablando con un humano, ¿sabes? Entonces, admiro mucho la producción que tienen estos tipos en los eventos. O sea, la verdad está muy chida. Y no dudaba que fuera a estar muy chido este evento. Siento que hubo muchos anuncios que la verdad no aportaron mucho al evento. Pero pues se vendió, ¿no? Como el evento donde vamos a anunciar casi 40 cosas. Y lo hicieron, güey. Lo hicieron. Creo que estoy... O sea, creo que los juegos inéditos no me volaron la cabeza. Pero me agrada saber que va a haber cosas nuevas fuera de lo comercial de las empresas grandes que ya conocemos. Entonces, eso está chido. No sé ustedes. De Fall Guys, les digo, sí me esperaba algo más grande. Y me molesta que lo anuncien así como sneak peek. O sea, güey, ya dame un tráiler. O sea, dame un tráiler bien de 2 minutos. Porque todavía, o sea, la exclusiva se la va a llevar a IGN. O lo van a anunciar en el canal de Twitter. O en el canal de YouTube de Fall Guys. O de Devolver Digital, de los desarrolladores. O sea, lo anunciaron. O sea, imagínate, güey, a alguien que solamente quería saber qué pedo con Fall Guys. Y se chutaba la hora 40 minutos de todo lo demás que no sabe qué pedo para ver 30 minutos de Fall Guys, güey. No sé. Yo me esperaba mucho más de Fall Guys. Pero estoy satisfecho con lo que vi, la verdad. Me pregunto... ¿Salí satisfecho de los 2 juegos que esperabas? Me llevé una sorpresa con Age 3. Ok, sí. Mucho juego nuevo. Ajá, exacto, es a lo que voy, o sea... de mi idea de lo que debe de ser Fall Guys, siento que todavía le falta rato. Pero con el simple hecho de saber que está en actualizaciones y siguen trabajando en él, yo estoy satisfecho con eso. 2 horas. Ya son las 3 de la tarde. No más falta que salga Fall Guys. Sí, yo creo que también por eso no mostraron mucho, porque va a salir para celulares. Me lancé muchas gracias por andar acá, Martín. De hecho, yo también, bro. No sé si voy a seguir despierto, si me voy a dormir temprano. Porque la verdad es que sí me desvelé. No sé si vayamos a jugar Sea of Thieves más tarde, que no creo. Pero yo creo que sí me aviento stream de Apex o algo así. Apenas poco atención al R2D2. ¿Cuál, güey? Ah, mi R2, aquí. Es una alcancía. La verdad es que es una alcancía, pero no tiene nada. Creo que la compró mi hermano hace tiempo. Y pues te digo, es una alcancía, pero nunca se usó como alcancía. Fue más como figura. Pues bueno, chavos, me retiro. Estuvo chido, muchas gracias por andar acá. Muchas gracias a la nueva gente. Juan, no sé si sigas acá, muchas gracias por el follow. Bienvenido. Siempre hacemos esto, o sea, siempre vemos los eventos en vivo, o al menos trato de verlos. Creo que hasta ahorita no se me ha pasado ninguno, por más temprano o noche que sea. Y pues seguimos cotorreando. Igual todo esto va a estar en mi canal de YouTube por si quieren ver la repetición después. Si están viendo la repetición de Twitch, muchas gracias. Me saca mucho de onda, pero sí sé que hay un porcentaje de gente que me sigue que se avienta las repeticiones, entonces neta, muchas gracias. Y estuvo divertido. Me encanta que haya eventos, me encanta verlo con ustedes. Yo creo que nos vemos más noche. No sé, la verdad no sé. O sea, traigo ahí unas cosas que configurar de Discord y del stream. Pero yo creo que sí nos conectamos un rato. O si no, al menos jugamos Sea of Thieves y nos conectamos ahí con el Rugas. Si es que yo no hago stream. O si Martín juega Fall Guys, jugamos con Martín. O a ver qué. No sé si yo voy a hacer stream, pero yo creo que sí vamos a andar presentes con alguien en la noche, ¿no? Muchas gracias a todos los que se pasaron. Y nos vemos más noche, ¿ok? Bye. Oops.